Hi there, welcome to this episode. I'm David.
And I'm Con. David, what are we going to talk about in this episode?
Well, I have two questions we're hoping to answer today. One is, what did we do before action cams, the GoPro?
You're talking about GoPros and DJI
That's
action
them.
cams? Yep.
And can we make an engaging video with a couple of props and just a couple of photos and no actual footage?
Yep.
So first up, Con, here we go.
Oh, wow. Is that you?
That is me.
With mullet and acid jeans
Well,
to boot.
it's the late 80s and all the rock stars were wearing them, all
Yep.
this attire. So, yes, that's me.
What are you doing there, David? I don't recognise that camera. What's that camera?
It's a Sony. It was the early days. Lipstick cameras had just come out.
Yeah.
And this was a particular Sony model that came out, and Channel 9, where I worked at the time, purchased one of these.
Where'd you get it from?
Well, in the news store where the equipment was, there was one sort of locker that had a wide-angle lens, a Micron radio mic.
No, Microns. Like, they were really expensive back in the day, like $10,000
I reckon they would have been.
a kit.
And then we had a POV Sennheiser.
Yep.
And just little gadgets like grip gear, like, magic arms and things like that. So I was working on the Today Show at this point, and we were doing a story about tyres and wet weather tyres and wet weather driving.
Oh, I see the connection.
So, I had a bit of warning about the job.
Yep.
And so I nutted out. I knew what I wanted to do, and obviously, GoPros and things weren't around at this point. And I just needed to something that was just a bit more interesting for the viewer, rather than just stand back with the tripod and the long lens at the side of the track.
So it's not like you've done this before. This is the first time you're doing it?
I'd never done it.
Oh, wow.
But I think at this point, because I was probably only 24 or something, 23, 24 here, and I was working with older people who were great mentors. They were sitting at twice my age, and I think this camera was from Wide World of Sports, and I think they'd used it there. So look, I put a booking on it.
Because it's not like today you can just hop on the internet and Google something. How do I do this? What gear do I need to do this?
Totally reliant on the people who had been around longer than me.
Yep.
So so that's what I did. So look, I knew I wanted this angle of pointing back into the tyres. It just made sense, right? That wet weather.
And back then, looking at an angle like that, people would have been impressed and said, wow, that's an angle we don't see every day.
I know, and also starting out, because I don't think I had the grading, the cinematographer's grading at that point, so it was very competitive amongst us camera assistants to get the next position, to get the camera and the car.
And now, how long were you at Channel 9 for?
I was there for 12 years.
12 years, and you said that doesn't seem a lot, but you started out in the mailroom, and by 12 years you were a senior cameraman.
I was.
In news.
Yes, and this period, this photo's a few years before that.
Right.
So anyhow, so what are the components I need? So I rated the cupboards. I got the Magic Arm. This is obviously the one in the picture is actually the old one. These ones are far superior.
That's the spring locking.
Yeah, they never really seem to last that long.
No, you eventually had to replace them often, actually. But I've had similar to yours. The knurled knob, it lasts for a much longer time.
Exactly.
If not forever.
Exactly. Yeah. And then in the foreground there is the monitor.
Yep.
And I just happen to have one here.
Oh, I used to have one of those. Is that a Toshiba?
It is the Toshiba. And this would have come out of the Lynx department because they had these for live crosses.
Right, so they wanted to see the reception coming off Mount Dandenong of the
Exactly,
feed?
and in the analogue days there wasn't such a big delay.
Right.
So the guests, we actually held it up for guests, but in this case it was my monitor. So once again, compared to the...
How'd you power the thing? I don't see any wires.
No, well, the one in the picture has the optional battery pack at the bottom, which this one doesn't have.
Right. And how long would you get?
You know what? I can't remember, but it was probably long enough.
Right. Okay.
And then you can sort of see in the bottom there the B&C cable.
Ah, yes, I do. Yes.
And then of course this Toshiba monitor just had the the RCA, which went in there, and then So
my next question, you're probably going to allude to this soon. where's the SD card or the tape?
Well, none of that, of course. None of that, of course.
How did you record the camera?
Okay, stand by. I can answer that question. So, this thing here.
Oh, my goodness.
So, for those people old enough to remember these beasts, this is BVU 110.
Wow. And that's U-matic, right?
U-matic, yes. Yep. And in fact, it just, because we've just been dubbing, so we just had to happen to have these here, but that's, whoops, that's, where are we? That's the cassette for this thing.
Right. And how many minutes do you get on those?
22 minutes.
Wow. On the small size, but there were larger cassette sizes.
Not for the porta packs.
Not for the porta. So the porta packs were limited to 20 minutes. Yeah.
So the other end of the B&C cable would go in here. So what I'm doing, so basically looping through. So you can see there'd be B&C going out of the camera, across that rigging, into the back seat of the car to this, and then looping back out to the...
So you'd be in the back seat?
Ultimately, I was in the back seat.
Yeah, and I think you were telling me earlier that you were also filming with the regular camera, the point of view shot or over the shoulder shot. Yeah?
Yes, and I think I've got a photo of that somewhere too. So,
Well, I've got another question before you move on. What are you attached to there?
So I went to... So this is... the car park at GTV, the old Bendigo Street GTV 9 studios. So I guess in Hollywood terms, this is the Channel 9 back lot. And on the right-hand side of the picture there is the carpenter's workshop.
Oh, the white building,
Is it white or green or whatever it is. And I just went in and said, g'day guys, could I please borrow some clamps and some 4x2 timber.
Oh, that's right. You had some G clamps or C clamps
so
on
we'll
the
just
car.
go back. Hang on. So there. So I just clamped, and some wedges, just some loose offcuts of wood, and clamped that sort of beam across the front of the car.
To make yourself an extended arm to attach the magic arm to.
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously the magic arm was attached to a super clamp as well.
Yes.
Which was biting into the wood.
Correct.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you can see there's a bit of rope holding the bonnet down. Hi there, just a very quick interruption, I promise. If you're an industry veteran, chances are you've got showreel material on these tapes, special family memories on these tapes. If that's the case, feel free to reach out and we can get these converted to digital files for you. Oh, and we also do consumer formats, Betamax and VHS. Now back to the show.
Sorry to interrupt again. Where is this?
Okay, so we're not on public roads here.
Yeah.
So we're at Sandown Racetrack here in Melbourne.
Controlled environment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that should explain. I probably should just go to the next. Oh, sorry. This I meant to point out. So this photo was taken in the early 80s before the satellite dish went in.
Oh, okay.
So this was the last day of Channel 9. So that satellite dish was controversial with the neighbours at the time because...
Why?
Well, they objected to it because of the height of the thing. So basically this huge pit was dug so the base of the satellite dish could go below ground level and sort of lower the height. So just a bit of trivia there.
Yep.
So this is Jim Murcott, the reporter. Mm-hmm. And Jim sadly is no longer with us, but he was a freelance motoring writer, so he wrote for the newspapers and did packages for the Today Show, as it was in this case. And he was also an ex-racing car driver, so a highly skilled driver. So I had no problems with him, working with him. I knew I was in safe hands, and we're on the racetrack, so we're all good to go. So here's a closer shot of the setup, that Toshiba monitor with its battery pack we borrowed from the Lynx department, and the Sony camera. I should endeavour to find out which model number it is, but I'm sure people will recognise it.
Yeah,
and
maybe they can leave something in the comments if they know what camera that was.
Good. Yep, that would be good. And here's the side shot of us in action. So we hope.
So basically, the cameras are getting a shot of the tyres braking in the wet, or
exactly.
manoeuvring
steering,
in the wet and steering.
And I'm in the back seat there. And look, I wouldn't do this now because this is obviously before airbags and things, so I wouldn't do it now. Plus, when you're young, you just do these things. So my hand is hanging out there, and I'm holding the.
Oh yes, that's right.
I'm holding the point of view camera with, and I can't remember. I was just thinking, what was happening with the height of the bonnet, but we must have got away with it. But of course, this is just a few shots. This is being intercut with interviews and with
regular
experts,
coverage,
all that kind of stuff. So there you have it.
So can I ask how long you spent at Sandown getting these shots?
I can't remember. I mean, sometimes...
Was it a half day or a couple of hours?
Well, Jim's driving school is based there. So I think he kind of had the keys to the racetrack kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I can't... But then a long-form story could have been shot over different days. This might have just been when it's a long time ago, stretching the memory here, so this might have just been when we could get access to the track.
Of course.
And in the meantime, we possibly interviewed someone from Bridgestone or Dunlop or whatever, I can't remember what.
And was it a rainy day or?
No, hosed it down.
Oh, hosed it down, of course.
And I guess that's what they do for their driver training.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Well, people these days don't know how good they've got it.
No, I mean, you think about
how easy it is to rig
and you just think about that and the smartphone to do all your monitoring. And we complain that there's just a bit of latency on the GoPro.
There wouldn't have been any latency with the other system because it's hardwired, but
correct.
Yeah, there's a lot of gear to rig up and carry, and
I know
the batteries wouldn't have lasted very long on the.
I think I can't remember what we're using because the 4-pin, the master, power inputs for all this broadcast gear is the 4-pin plug. So I don't know. I was possibly using.
Here's another question: how'd you power the camera? Because there's no batteries in the camera, right?
No, well, I think it would have been... There's a couple of cables there, so I'm guessing one... I think whether it had its own little, dedicated multi-cable or something.
I'd say you're right. Yeah.
So, but anyway, look, the shots were worked out really well, and I did get a couple of calls. How on earth did you do that? But interesting now, no one would
blink twice at looking at.
No, but back then, that was kind of interesting, new territory.
Yeah, and as you said before, that would have elevated your prestige amongst the crews.
I think so.
As being innovative, able to get these sort of rare types of shots.
Well, I think the following year I got the Today Show gig for 12 months.
Yeah.
Well, that following year or the year after. So, so I guess so.
Yeah.
What a year that was. So,
yeah. What year? We're talking late 80s, early 90s?
I think this is late 80s, and then I think I worked on Today Show 1991.
Right.
For a full year. So, so we can save some Today Show stories for another episode.
Well, that was very interesting, and people these days have got it very easy in comparison rigging action camera shots.
I know, but I just thought, look, we've got past the serious stuff. Can we just go back to if we could just go back to the fashion here, because I think this is worth talking about. So the mullet, okay, but now the footballers and professional athletes have all got them.
Yep.
The striped shirt, a friend of mine, still a friend of mine, she worked at Roger David Menswear. She got family and friend discount, so that shirt came from there. Acid wash jeans, they were probably a couple of years past their use-by date.
Right.
And it's interesting, those Nike sneakers, they just look like the low-cut version of what young people are wearing now, Ed Sheeran and all those people. So,
Have you still got those?
I haven't, but if I did, I guess I could pop them on eBay or something and see what they go for.
Yeah.
So anyhow, look, I think that wraps us up. But please remember to like and subscribe to this channel.
It really helps us out. And please leave comments. We really like to know what you think about our episodes and our channel. And it encourages us to make more, David?
Indeed.